Things can be tough when you have feelings for somebody and you're worried about them being reciprocated. And I say that as a blanket statement. And especially when you think that something isn't feasible and then it turns out that it is. And then in another situation, once that person gets tunnel vision, not realizing that there's other people that are around. There's one particular person that wants to say something but just can't quite spit it out. And I am regretful, although the situation was not handled properly, because I said something that I was later sorry for, because I handled the situation improperly. And that person was the last person that I wanted to hurt. And although those feelings were not reciprocated and I was busy with something and someone else, and things after that that precipitated from that were made exceedingly more difficult. Now they are a lot easier and things have settled down. However, I could have handled that with better precision than I did. And I enjoyed that person's friendship, even though the feelings were not were reciprocal. And sometimes I can be a pig-headed jackass. And no matter what, I am the one that is responsible for my own behavior, as no one else is. And the comment that I made both times was not very nice. And as the old adage goes, you get what you give. And vice versa. And I said something that was not very kind. And had someone said that to me, well, it doesn't feel very good. And now that things have settled down to a great deal, I have come to realize that I am the one, and I already knew this, I am the one that is responsible for my own behavior. Therefore, I have a responsibility as a grown, mature adult to come correct and realize that even though my interests lie elsewhere, I've been on the receiving end of that, and I have to learn to attack things with a bit more tact and be a little bit more PC about things and just be a nicer guy. And there are certain things even I still have to work on, and that is one of them. And so very far as everything is concerned, that's the last person I wanted to hurt, because no, those feelings are not reciprocal, but I did not mean, if I'm thinking this out properly, to hurt her or to make her feel bad. And we got to be pretty close friends. And no, there was nothing there that was romantic, at least on my end anyway, but if she had something to say and I said what I said, that is not very kind. And even though we are from different walks of life, and I say that as the whole group of humanity, there is times, I mean, you look under the skin, we've all got feelings, we've all got a heart, we've all got emotions, and they're all the same. Sometimes they're not the same due to damage, trauma, things to that nature. It's all in how you process them and everything else, but hurt feelings are hurt feelings. And whatever somebody else does or doesn't do in response to certain things or otherwise, you shouldn't say very inflammatory and hurtful comments because they can hurt somebody else's feelings. And she is the last person that I ever wanted to hurt her or was mad at. It was just something that was in the heat of the moment, and honestly, I can remember why I said what I said, because at that particular moment, I had taken a blow to the ego, and my ego self responded in kind. Now, as I say, I am in a lot better place now with the woman that I'm interested in and everything else, but at the time I had taken a big ego hit. I responded in kind because I lashed out, and it felt like I had been challenged, and I was upset. And like I said, you don't hurt others. You treat people like Jesus would, and you treat people like you would want to be treated. And you really do get what you give. And I feel bad because it's not going to be the first time that someone comes out of the woodwork and says that she has feelings for me or doesn't or whatever. And I have the responsibility to treat somebody as I would want to be treated in that position. And this has happened over the past 10 years more than once with both guys and girls. And I've learned to be very patient, but I have a responsibility to be a kind individual. I was raised as a kind individual. I was raised to respect everybody. I was raised to respect everything in my path. And I was raised not to do harm to anyone. And I did harm to her, and for that I am eternally regretful. Does that mean that there's feelings there? No. It just means that had that been the situation, I handled it very wrong. And there's plenty of different ways to handle a situation like that with more tact and everything else. It just happened that it was on the wrong night. And I said something that I shouldn't have, and the whole situation caught me off guard, and I was really fucking pissed off. So far as everything is concerned, I'm a big proponent and a big believer in the Lord thy God. Everybody has feelings. Everybody has a right to their feelings. Everybody's feelings are valid. And I feel like in this particular instance, I fucked up. And, now there's a big difference between not hearing someone out that has like a legit crush or feelings on you or whatever is crushing on you a little bit. That's one thing. Refusing to sleep with somebody that has a fucking yeast infection is something completely different. Just want to throw that out there, okay? And there's only so many different ways you can say that without flat out saying, look, I don't want your yeast infection. However, I need to handle that with tact too. So that, unfortunately, she caught me pissed off and whatever and so on and so forth. So I feel like if I want respect in all walks of life, then I need to give respect in all walks of life. And I feel like in this particular situation, judging only my behavior, I was remiss in what I did. And I shouldn't have done it. I'm sorry for it. And like I said, it's happened more than once over the past 10 years. And I've had to break it to people gently, guy or girl, that either I'm not in a relationship ready for that yet, or I'm not gay, so it's not going to happen. But I've managed to do it in such a way where people get the point, and I don't hurt anybody's feelings. In this particular instance, unfortunately, that didn't happen. So if that is the case, as I said, I am currently attached. I am currently faithful, but I am sorry as shit for saying what I said the other night about her. Sandy's the last one I ever wanted to hurt. Sandy Sandy and I are, Sandy's a very nice girl. And so much as everything else is concerned, like I said, I am a Christian. I am a big proponent in Christianity and the Lord thy God and everything else. And it always says to walk like Jesus would walk and to treat people the way Jesus does. And I appreciate anybody. All feelings are valid. All concerns are valid. No such thing as a stupid question. And I appreciate everybody's right to voice their opinion. So that being said, have a good night, YouTube. And I'll see you.